Hey everyone, today we're taking a closer look at Powell, Tennessee. Now, if you've just driven through, you might think you've got it all figured out, just a quiet suburb north of Knoxville. But we're going to go deeper and uncover the hidden gems and the real lifestyle perks that make this place such a top choice for people who are in the know. So let's get into it.
And that really is the big question, isn't it? Because home is way more than just a house with four walls. It's about the community, the convenience, that feeling that you just belong. So how does Powell stack up? How does it deliver on that feeling for the people who live there? Let's find out.
So, first things first, let's peel back the layers and get past that initial impression to discover what Powell is really all about. And that's a fair first impression. When you're driving through, you see exactly that. A peaceful, kind of unassuming suburb. It's got that classic East Tennessee vibe. But what you're seeing from your car window, well, that's only chapter 1 of the story. This right here. This quote just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures that special blend that so many people are desperately looking for. All the charm and feel of a smaller town, but without having to give up all the conveniences of the city. This brings us to what I like to call the Powell balance. This is really the secret sauce. It's this incredible mix of things that just works. You've got these established neighborhoods that feel solid and stable, not old and stagnant. You get all the convenience you need, but it doesn't feel crowded. And for home buyers, this is the kicker. It's affordable, but home values hold strong. It's this unique balance that makes people decide to put down roots here for the long haul. So when we say convenient, what are we really talking about day to day? Well, it means Powell's location is just incredibly strategic. You can hop right on Clinton Highway or I-75 and boom, your commute to downtown Knoxville or over to Oak Ridge is pretty simple. But the real magic? It still feels tucked away. You get all that easy access without having the constant roar of the interstate right outside your bedroom window. Okay, so now let's dive into the rhythm of daily life. You know, the parks, the restaurants, and those little local secrets that make living here so comfortable. Okay, a huge perk of living here, and it's kind of a hidden gem, is the access to green space that never feels overrun. I mean, sure, you've got great community spots like Powell Park, but the real secret is having these huge regional attractions like Norse Lake for a weekend trip, plus all these local trails for a quick walk in the afternoon. And the best part? The locals know they can actually use these beautiful spaces without circling for an hour just to find a parking spot. Powell isn't trying to be some trendy foodie hotspot, and that's actually its strength. The dining scene here is built on something way more lasting: comfort and reliability. It's all about that family-owned pizza place you go to every single Friday, or that breakfast spot where they see you walk in and just start making your coffee. These places are the real fabric of the community. All right, now here's a benefit you are not going to find on Google Maps: local knowledge. Look, every town has its traffic spots that get backed up, but in Powell, knowing the back roads, that is a legitimate quality of life upgrade. It's knowing exactly how to skip the backups on Emory Road during rush hour. That kind of insider knowledge can totally transform a stressful commute into a pretty easy drive. And that same idea applies to just, running your daily errands. The grocery stores, the pharmacies, the hardware stores, they're all right there. The big difference is that you can get in and out really fast without having to navigate these massive, totally packed parking lots. It seems like a small thing, but it saves you a surprising amount of time and stress every week. But at the end of the day, a community is really about the people, right? So let's take a look at the connections that are built here through the schools, local traditions, and just good old-fashioned neighborly support. For so many families looking at Powell, this is it. This is the big one. The schools here are a huge draw, and it's about so much more than just test scores. It's the incredibly high level of parent involvement. It's the fact that school events, from Friday night football games to the band concerts, are genuine community gatherings. This all works together to create this super supportive environment for new families moving in. And that tight-knit feeling, it definitely doesn't stop when the school bell rings. Powell has these really deep-rooted traditions, whether it's the local sports leagues that everyone gets involved in, or just informal neighborhood cookouts. These are the things that turn neighbors into actual friends and help a new house feel like home way, way faster. It's a place where people really do build long-term relationships. And, on a really practical level, there's a certain peace of mind that comes from being close to excellent healthcare. People in Powell get the benefit of being just a short drive from all of Knoxville's major hospitals and a huge range of specialty clinics. It's a crucial amenity that really supports long-term stability for everyone, from young families to retirees. All right, let's get down to the brass tacks, the homes themselves. What does the housing market actually look like, and what makes it such a solid choice for buyers? So, what's really cool about Powell is that you basically have two main flavors to choose from when it comes to neighborhoods. On one side, you've got these beautiful, established areas with bigger, more private lots and lots of mature trees, homes that have real character. And on the other side, you'll find newer developments that offer modern floor plans, sidewalks, and that low maintenance lifestyle that a lot of families are looking for. But of course, the million-dollar question for any home buyer is this a smart investment? Well, in Powell, all the signs really point to yes. The demand is always steady, partly because there just isn't endless land for new construction. Its location near major employers keeps it really desirable, and you find that well-maintained homes consistently hold their value. This is a market that's known for its stability. Okay, this is super important. Think of this as your homework checklist before you even think about making an offer. School zones can and do change, so you have to verify the specific address you're interested in. And don't just trust a map for your commute. You need to actually drive your potential route during rush hour to see what it's really like. And definitely look into any future development plans that might affect traffic or your view down the line. Taking these steps will make sure you choose wisely. And so, that brings us right back to where we started. Powell offers this really unique kind of balance. It might not be the trendiest or the flashiest suburb, but it offers something that feels a lot more lasting. A truly comfortable lifestyle, real-world convenience, and a genuine sense of community. So the only question left to ask is that the balance you've been searching for?